So in the middle of Sapphire Ridge is this place, which is not really a town, but also it's a town. This is a town. You can't trick me. There's even a giant teleporter that goes to Cross Central outside.
I see that Leia is a table-sitting enthusiast.
We are here to tell people that it's okay. I consider sitting on tables in this context to be an apt metaphor for loving the environment design of CrossCode. This is your regular reminder to unironically love things. It's good for you. That said, I can't shake the feeling that we might come to regret this someday. Maybe we've set something irrevocably into motion. Oh well.
So what if we too sat on the table?
Unfortunately, there is no available emote for that. Not for us anyway. Maybe other avatars can, but Leah can't. Anyway, this is the point where we collect the main quest for Sapphire Ridge. And a whole bunch of other quests if you want, but, you know, that's what this place is for. So yeah, it really is a town. Like, it's got shops and everything. Both the final tier of equipment, and a bunch of, you know, the usual range of traders, selling the usual range of stuff that's just straightforwardly better than all the things that you can buy for money. By the way, I might have been lying when I said that this was the final tier of equipment. There is another one beyond this. It is all very expensive though. And yes, like with literally everything else, this stuff is all interesting and the stuff you can buy for money is all boring, is how it works. You might also have noticed the incredibly subtle naming scheme going on with the owners of the inn. It's very subtle, so you might not notice it if I hadn't pointed it out. This is definitely also the point where the writers realised that they had all these recurring characters, and they might start paying some of them off. Anyway, one time another developer made a game and they decided to do a joint promotion with CrossCode. This is them. These are the characters from that game. The music is the theme song from that game. I am completely blanking on the title, I'm sorry, it's Quantum something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't recognize them.
Anyway, I need to go and talk to somebody who isn't a giant walking reference, so you'll do. So yeah, do you want the next level of drill? Because if you do, you're gonna have to work for it.
I mean, I don't know if anybody is really ready for the next level of drill.
That's also true.
Like, that is too much pure shitposting energy.
Oh, I see what you did there. Anyway, this normal guy wants us to talk to them by ourselves. So, sure, whatever.
Well, it sure is a good thing that we're an expert in doing both of those things.
Yep. And it's also a very good thing that we're deeply separated from anybody with any kind of official involvement with Crossworlds. Don't worry, your secrets are perfectly safe with us. But more importantly, this will be really, really cool. So, fuck all of those concerns. It's gonna be a little while before we get around to this though, because Sapphire Ridge is nothing if not involved. And you might have noticed there was a level disparity between what's called for here and what we're currently able to provide, but we can work on it. It's actually not that big of a deal, but some of these quests it pays to prepare a little bit for. Most of the quests that we can get here are definitely endgame. By the way, the lady in red walking around there has probably the most involved NPC passive dialogue routine anywhere in the game. She just wanders around here at like 5 different points and just has different dialogue everywhere. I think the developers just really wanted to have one really complicated routine somewhere in here.
It was a good conversation. Really got into some intricacies that wasn't expecting Leia to have that sort of a grasp on, considering her origin.
I believe I've talked a bit before about how much I love the fact that CrossCode just goes and does the exact thing that it designed itself around not having to do, and then draws your attention to the fact that it's doing that and just dares you to comment on it. I love that about it. There's this whole thing going on with the family that owns this place. It never really goes anywhere. It's just there and, like, surprisingly involved and has a whole bunch of dialogue in it. None of it matters, and yet I'm happy it's there.
You know, we did just meet somebody who was like, hey, you want to help me break the game?
Yeah, but that's definitely unrelated to this. That one's gonna be fine and fun, whereas this one's, like, sinister. Totally different.
I'm actually kind of surprised that they didn't, like, conflate these. Like, help the guy catch Henry, or help him break the game.
Yeah, that would have been cool, but there is a pretty airtight reason that they did not do that, and that is because the Henry deal is, part of the game that was written, whereas this other thing, don't tell anyone yet, but this other thing is actually a backer quest. Or at least it involves backup stuff, I think. Definitely backer involvement of some kind. Has that smell all over it. And yeah, for some reason that was a mandatory conversation. Don't worry, we can get it interpreted for us. So yeah, did you spot that gap? Because it was there. The game just directs us through it. This won't be the last time that happens. Now there is some stuff to do here. Also, yes, very enthusiastic shopkeeper. Why not? There is nothing actually unique in this shop at all. All the item shops are basically the same.
But I was promised the thing that you buy.
I mean, it does have the thing we buy, it's just that we don't need any of those things, because everything that we can buy has been outclassed by other things that we've just found. I like to lean on the high-level healing items and stuff like the Pepper Night tea, but honestly, the regular tea is fine. It's just not quite as astonishingly effective. Anyway, yes, this is a block-pushing puzzle. It looks like an enormous pain, but really the only notable thing about it is that you have to come at it from the other side in order to solve it. Also, every goddamn time I think that that's at a different height. And I just pratfall into the water every goddamn time. I cut most of them out, but I had to leave one in, just for honesty. So yeah, there is only one part of this block-pushing puzzle that is in any way contentious. And it's this bit. Can you identify the path up? Can you spot it?
I mean, I can... It's in the corner. It's in the top left corner, isn't it?
It's this. That just looks so wrong.
Yeah, oh, see, I was looking at the other corner, where it looks like you can do that.
Yeah. Nah, you can't do that there. But like, you see what I mean about the top right? It looks like that first box is like a tile further forward, and there's just a hole behind it. I cannot look at that and see the terrain that is actually there. It's wrong. It looks wrong. It has the wrong look. I will not be convinced otherwise. I love this game, but sometimes it does test me a little bit.
Oh god, see, I would have had no idea you could have walked on that one block, like the white one in the middle there. Like, I thought that was like a thing you had to jump around.
Yeah, that looks like, well, for me it looks like it's in the floor. I mean, it looks like it can look like literally anything except that the thing that it's actually supposed to be. It's like some kind of awful perspective design Rorschach test. Now this is a lie. The old Getter are, frankly, not that great. Even though they got a stupidly high level, like, they look very impressive, but by the time we actually get this, it's gonna be... gonna have better things to do. They do have a unique buff on them, but all it is it means that one particular kind of enemy that you will basically only find in Sapphire Ridge will not be able to slow you down. And it's just... it's not enough. I'm sorry, it's just not that good. Anyway, for everything else that the cave-in is, it is still an environment in CrossCode. And you know what that means? Also, yes, the whole deal with this place is such that because of my understanding of exactly what in Crossworlds is real and what's instant matter, this stuff has to be grown and, like, gardened by someone. Either that or the bamboo is all fake instant matter.
But we already know that the water is fake and not real. So surely, what's wrong with little fake bamboo?
Oh, quite. It's just that I feel like one would be a bit easier to prove because you don't, like, explode when you get near it. So there's that. Anyway, yeah, this whole route is, decently circuitous, but mostly it's just a little bit irritating when you fuck up this one exact jump onto that second Tory gate. The rest of it's fine, really, it's just... there are times in this game when fucking up a single jump is a lot more punishing than really it possibly ought to actually be. So yeah, down here, there's secret paths off. There's actually one on each side of the bridge. And it's totally possible to just walk down there the first time you come here. Unfortunately, there isn't actually anything down there to do until you actually go and talk to the Lings and get your hint to come here, but it's a nice thought by the environment designers. And yes, we did slowly inevitably conclude that that one is going to require us to start from a different screen. Fortunately, we went and solved this already, so this isn't that much of a puzzle. It's just a bit of a trek. Don't fall into the maze.
Yeah, like, that just doesn't look hard. It just looks like it's wasting your time.
Little bit. Overall, it's still pretty snappy. This was all of, like, what, a 30-second diversion? It's fine. It's relatively inoffensive. Anyway, the game signals the importance of this area by cutting out the music, but don't fall for it. This is still CrossCode. There's 2 chests on this screen. And that was the easy one. this one's not actually that much harder, it's just... it requires you to go and find several secret passages, and even those aren't actually that difficult to find, because once you get the sniff of this thing, it's relatively easy to do the backtrace. You can figure this whole thing out. It's particularly CrossCode. Anyway, let's actually go and do the thing we came here for. Now, we're fine with level 3 techs. So yeah, this guy wants us to go and complete 4 trials, which are scattered throughout Sapphire Ridge, in places we could very easily have just wandered to when we came in, but there wouldn't have been anything to do if we showed up in advance. The signposts do actually tell you, like, hey, the cave-in is this way, but there's also, you can take the round-trip tour and you can go everywhere and you can just explore everything if you want. If you want to do that, go this way. I can't hate that too much.
So, like, which of these trials do we have to choose between, like, Emily and Sergei?
Would that it were so. Unfortunately, no, this game does not directly reference the second-to-last overworld quest of Sonic the Hedgehog 2006.